In our travels across Europe, we often seek those rare, authentic corners that feel untouched by the relentless march of time and tourism. Picture a coastline in the heart of the Mediterranean, with waters as turquoise as any you'd find in Greece and beaches as golden as Italy's finest, yet blissfully free of overwhelming crowds. This isn't a fantasy, it's the Albanian Riviera. For decades, this stunning stretch of shoreline was one of Europe's best-kept secrets, a place locked away from the world. Today it's slowly awakening, offering a glimpse of what the Mediterranean was like before the tourist boom. It's a land where ancient history whispers from stony hillsides and genuine human connection is still the most valuable currency. This is a place that truly rewards the curious traveler. It's for those of us who believe the best travel experiences come from stepping just a little off the beaten path. Imagine driving along a winding coastal road with the deep blue Ionian Sea on one side and rugged mountains on the other, and pulling over not because a guidebook told you to, but because you've stumbled upon a secluded cove that's all your own. This is the essence of the Albanian Riviera. It's an experience that's becoming harder and harder to find in Europe. The Riviera invites you to slow down. The Albanian Riviera is not just a single destination, but a magnificent journey. It officially begins just south of the bustling port city of Vlorë, where the Adriatic Sea meets the Ionian Sea, and stretches about 120 kilometers down to Sarandë. This ribbon of land sits between the shimmering sea and the towering Coronian mountains. The drive itself is an adventure twisting and turning with jaw-dropping vistas. With every hairpin bend, a new panorama unfolds. A hidden bay, tiny fishing hamlet, terraced olive grove. Traveling south, the landscape grows wilder. You climb the Vlorë Pass, a high mountain gateway. At the summit, over 1,000 meters above sea level, the view is breathtaking. You look down at a string of pristine beaches and the endless Ionian Sea, blues and greens. Pine-scented air meets warm sea breeze, a moment that sticks with you. Mountains rise straight from the sea, a dramatic, rugged backdrop. They've kept this coast intimate, protected from overdevelopment. The drive from Vlorë to Sarandë isn't just point A to point B, it's the main event. The sheer natural beauty of the Albanian Riviera is what first captures your heart. It's a primal, powerful landscape that feels both ancient and alive. The water is the star of the show. A mesmerizing spectrum of colors. Pale turquoise near the shore, deep dark sapphire in the distance. So clear you can see every pebble on the seabed, even when swimming meters deep. Tucked into the folds of this dramatic coastline are charming villages. Dhërmi, whitewashed houses cascading down a steep hillside toward a brilliant blue bay. Dhërmi Old Town, stone pathways. Dhërmi, blue-domed churches and lookout views. Himarë, a relaxed town with a beautiful bay and a lived-in feel. Fishermen mending nets on the shore, locals in cafes, strong coffee and conversation. These villages are the soul of the Riviera, coastline dotted with beautiful, often empty beaches. Gjajp Beach, hidden cove framed by canyon walls, reachable by hike or boat. A landscape that commands respect and inspires awe, raw, untamed, magnificent. To truly appreciate the Albanian Riviera today, we need to understand its recent past. For nearly half a century, from the end of World War II until 1991, Albania was ruled by the iron-fisted communist dictator Enver Hoxha. His regime was one of the most isolationist in the world. The country was completely sealed off, a mysterious and inaccessible land often compared to modern-day North Korea. Foreign visitors were almost non-existent, and Albanians themselves were forbidden from traveling abroad. This beautiful coastline, which should have been a jewel of the Mediterranean, was hidden from the world, a forbidden paradise, seen only by the locals who lived there. During this long period of isolation, the Riviera was not a place for leisure and tourism, but a heavily fortified military zone. Hoxha was paranoid about foreign invasion, and he ordered the construction of hundreds of thousands of concrete bunkers all across the country. You can still see them today, scattered like gray mushrooms across the hillsides and beaches. They are silent, ghostly relics of a dark and difficult time. These bunkers serve as a stark and powerful reminder of how different life was here just a few decades ago. When you think of a Mediterranean holiday, sun-drenched islands of Greece, glamorous coastlines of Italy, these are wonderful destinations, rich in history and culture, but they often come with a significant challenge: crowds. In July and August, popular beaches in places like Mykonos or the Amalfi Coast can become a sea of humanity, with sun loungers packed cheek by jowl and prices soaring to eye-watering heights. The search for a quiet spot to lay your towel can feel like a competitive sport. Now contrast that with the Albanian Riviera. Here, even in the peak of summer, you can find a sense of peace and solitude that has become a rare luxury in Europe. A short drive, a little hike, can lead you to a cove that feels like your own private discovery. The atmosphere is relaxed and unpretentious. There's a refreshing lack of commercialism. You won't be constantly hassled by vendors on the beach. The soundtrack is more likely to be the gentle lapping of waves than the thumping bass of a crowded beach club. It's a different kind of Mediterranean experience, one that prioritizes tranquility over trendiness. A country's true character is always revealed through its people, and in Albania you'll find some of the warmest and most welcoming hosts in all of Europe. Hospitality here is guided by Bisa, a traditional code of honor that means to keep the promise. At its core, Bisa says a guest must be treated with utmost respect and generosity. You'll feel this in countless small interactions. The guest house owner who greets you with fresh fruit and a glass of homemade raki, the shepherd on a mountain path who stops to share a smile and a piece of his cheese, the waiter who proudly explains the local dishes. This genuine warmth makes you feel less like a tourist and more like a welcome friend. And the food. Albanian cuisine blends Mediterranean and Balkan influences with a strong emphasis on fresh, local, seasonal ingredients. Along the Riviera, seafood is king. Imagine a simple seaside taverna, feet almost in the sand, a plate of freshly grilled fish, mussels from Lake Butrint, a local delicacy. Inland, succulent grilled meats, flavorful vegetable stews, savory pies called bajrek. It's all incredibly affordable. Feast like royalty on a traveler's budget. Beyond food and hospitality, the Riviera is steeped in small-town traditions. In Himarë you'll hear Albanian and a unique Greek dialect. You might stumble on a local festival, a wedding with traditional music and dancing, or the daily rhythms of life unchanged for generations. The evening giro, the town-wide stroll along the promenade, joining it instantly connects you to the community. These authentic experiences turn a beach holiday into cultural immersion, travel that stays with you long after you return home. In a continent that feels so thoroughly mapped, measured, and reviewed, the Albanian Riviera stands out as one of Europe's last true frontiers for the independent traveler. It is a place that still holds the thrill of the unknown. Here, the journey itself is the destination, and the greatest rewards are found not in ticking off a list of sights, but in the spontaneous moments of discovery. That hidden beach you find at the end of a dusty track, the delicious meal at a restaurant with no menu, or the unexpected conversation with a friendly local. This is the essence of adventure, and it is something that Albania offers in abundance. This coastline is a precious relic, a glimpse of a Mediterranean that is rapidly disappearing. The window of opportunity to see the Riviera in its purest, most authentic state is right now. Visiting Albania today is a chance to be a pioneer, to explore a country that is eagerly and optimistically embracing its future while still deeply connected to its past. Pack your sense of adventure, leave your expectations at home, and come discover Europe's best-kept secret. Your adventure awaits on the shores of the Ionian Sea. Would you rather spend your time in Albania exploring the Riviera's quiet beaches or hiking in the dramatic Albanian Alps?